I was tempted to get the Christmas ones, like I said. Well, obviously they've got like the bit that comes out of it for you to hang it. Why can't I not think of words? So to do this video, obviously I had to go around the house and find all the things I had for showcase. I have a lot that I realised this is probably going to be like 4 videos. I thought I had enough to maybe do in 1 video, possibly 2. I've gone through the whole list and I've got like 28 items. One of them I've actually had to combine into 2, so technically 29. But yeah, so this is definitely going to be possibly 4 videos. Hello everyone and welcome to Kimmy's Shrine. So if you're new here, then twice a week I do videos. What was I doing with my arms? I was going to say, twice a week I do videos. Do that again. Hello everybody and welcome to Kimmy's Shrine. So if you're new here, then twice a week I do videos. So my last one I did was actually my animals part 3. So if you're not seeing that, then please go check that out. And today is Showcase. Now Showcase, they do quite a few different ones. So for example, they've got like the Disney Tradition ones. They do have like a sort of style to them, but for example, the ones I'm going to show you, there's 2 different distinct styles. But yeah, so Showcase is basically they do their own things, but obviously they've got a Disney range as well. They also do other characters, so not just Disney. For example, they do like Snoopy ones. I think they do like Looney Tunes and things like that, so it's not like say just Disney, but obviously this is Disney Channel, so that's why I'm including Disney ones. But yeah, and I realised I have a lot of Tinkerbell ones and a lot of Beauty and the Beast ones, so that's going to be like a recurring themes in this particular playlist. Most of these, if I remember rightly, are actual presents. A lot of them I don't really buy myself. I do actually, so like for example my mum and my husband, things like that, I've actually given to me as presents. But yeah, so let's just get into this. So like I said, so I do actually have a lot of Beauty and the Beast ones, so I thought I would actually show those ones first and then I'll go on to the other ones. I've got to be very careful because some of these are very fragile and very heavy. So the first one is actually one of my favourite ones. If you know me, obviously like I said, Belle is my favourite princess, but I love it when they do the characters in different outfits. That's why this is one of my favourite ones. Now my dad actually got this for my birthday last year, so I actually got this for my birthday just because like I said, Belle is my favourite, and he asked me, you know, because normally like as an adult he normally gives me money, but we were out shopping and I wanted this for so long and he was like, oh, you know, if you thought of anything for your birthday, and I was like, actually I would really like this, just because I've been wanting it I think at that point for about 2 or 3 years. But like I said, I just really love the style of this just because it's slightly different from her dress. Obviously it's like her blue dress, but it's just done differently. So this one, let me just check. This one is just called Belle. So like I said, this is actually from the Showcase range rather than the Disney Tradition, which some of the other ones are. So nothing I like about this is all the glitter. If you know me, I love my glitter. So for example, I think she's got a bow in her hair there as well, which has also got glitter, and the actual apron, I guess. So what's supposed to be the apron or the top skirt, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to call it, but that's obviously like an iridescent glitter as well. I love the detail on it. So for example, we've also got the detail on there, and you've also got the little roses at the bottom. Now with all Showcases, they are all different prices, depends where you get them from. I have seen some on Amazon, I've seen some like in jewelry shops. I think most of mine actually come from jewelry shops if I remember rightly, but you can get them, say for example on eBay, like I said, Amazon, things like that. So there are other places you can get them. Depends on the size and obviously the seller. They do range, I would say, between £20 to £50, depends on what you're getting. So I would say just have a look to see obviously if there's any of these you like. I would just say have a look around the internet. But yeah, also nothing I like as well, it's got like a little jewel there, but I really like this one, like I said, because it's not her traditional outfit, but you can tell it's Belle just because the colours as well. So the other one I've got, which I think Ruben got me this one because I've actually got the Belle version of this. I'll show you the Beast one now, but I've actually got the Belle version which my mum got me, which like I said been in a video, whereas my husband actually got me this one. And I'm trying to remember, I don't know if it was like a birthday, Christmas, or even Valentine's Day present, but I know he definitely got me this one. Now I absolutely love this one. So this is Beast, and I don't know, oh, it's just called Beast, so that's all it is, it's just called Beast on that one. And I absolutely love this because I love the detail detail in this. So similar to the bell one I just showed you, it's actually got detail in the clothes. So it's got all the different roses and that on there as well. So yet again, it's his, what I class as his traditional outfit. It's just slightly different. So for example, all the detail along here, even his bow as well, so the bow that he wears for his hair, that's also got detail in it. And similar to the bell one, where it's actually got like a little sort of a gem in there as well. But yeah, this one I would say is really heavy, so that's the only thing I would say, so just be very careful with this one. It does stand up quite well because obviously they propped it up, so his tail kind of helps as well. But like I said, I just really love the style of this one. So like I said, you can tell it's Beast, it's the same colorings, it's the same outfit he wears, it's just the outfit, it's just got more detail in it. So this one actually reminds me of the live action one. So in the live action film, where obviously Dan Stevens plays Prince Adam, the detail in his outfit kind of reminds me of this. So it's almost like the outfit that, say, Dan Stevens version wears, but obviously it's the animated version. So the last one from the Beauty and the Beast one is actually this one here. So this is actually part of the Disney Traditions range. Like I said, some of the ones are showcase, whereas this one's showcase Disney Traditions. Now you can see the difference in this is because of the pattern and obviously the way it's been cut. So for example, in here it's actually got etching in here. So I have actually mentioned this in previous videos when I've actually talked about the Traditions ones. It's slightly carved differently. So for example, if I put them next to each other, you can see that one's a lot smoother, whereas that one's obviously got the carvings out of it. And the patterns are, there's a name for these type of patterns. I used to think it was called damask, but I don't know if it is. But yeah, you can sort of tell that the patterns on here are slightly different to the patterns on here. Now this one, I do actually remember buying this for myself. There was a time before I met Ruben, I was actually single, I was a little bit depressed, as one is, and I just wanted to pick me up. It's one of those things that I just really wanted to pick me up. I went online shopping and I came across this. I'm pretty sure I got this either from the Disney store or Amazon. It's one of those things that you just do online shopping, obviously retail therapy, that kind of thing. And because Belle's my favourite and I love her in a blue dress, it's actually my favourite outfit that she wears is her blue dress. So I actually bought this for myself. So if I remember rightly, I think it was only about £15. It wasn't too expensive anyway. But yeah, so every time I look at this, it just reminds me that there was a time where obviously things wasn't going right, but then it kind of is a reminder of how like I've progressed since then. So it's kind of one of those, yes, I bought it in like a not so happy time, but it then reminds me of how far I've come since that time. So like I said, I do remember buying this myself. But yeah, then like I think 6 months later I met Ruben and obviously things changed since then. But one thing I like about these is that not only is there pattern actually on the dress, but even the base as well. So it's actually got patterns all along the base. Now this one's just called Belle Beautiful Belle, and I like the fact that she's actually holding roses as well. I always say all of these are still in existence. It just depends on where you get them from and obviously how much you're willing to spend. A lot of these, like I said, I have been given as presents just because they can be a little bit on the pricier side, but because people know how much I love these kind of things, and obviously some go in the shrine and some are actually around the house, that's why people don't mind obviously spending that much. So moving on to the other characters, so I've got a few Frozen ones which I will show you. So these ones you do get individually, but like I said, because I had a lot to talk about, I thought I'd actually include it as like as a set, which are these ones here. So these are Anna and Elsa, but these are the children's one. Now these ones you can actually get as Christmas ornaments, so ones you actually hang on the tree, which I do actually have some Disney Tradition ones that are Christmas ones, which I can do at Christmas time for you, because unfortunately they're in the attic on the other side of that door where all our Christmas stuff is. So I didn't really want to rifle through it, and knowing that I had like 28 to get through, I was like, right, I'll do a Christmas one separately. But I do know you can actually get these as ornaments for Christmas. Now like I said, you do actually get these individually. I think when I got these are only about like £8 or £10 each. They weren't too expensive, but I thought I'd include them as, say, a set, because technically they are a set, because when you put them together they kind of look like Elsa's obviously doing a snowball and obviously Anna's looking on obviously like, you know, in happiness. So they kind of do look like they belong together, because separately Anna's just kind of looking happy and you're thinking like it's just kind of a little bit random, her face, it just kind of makes sense. I don't actually know what these ones are called because the bottom of it, the writing would be too too small on there that you don't actually have them called anything. So I don't know if you just typed in, say, Anna and Elsa, like kids like showcase traditions, that kind of thing, whether it come up or anything. But I have seen stuff like this, like I said, on Amazon and eBay, so I don't think it'd be too difficult to get hold of. Another thing similar to the Belle one is obviously the pattern on here. So I like the fact that there's a pattern on here, obviously it's more detail, and even on Elsa's one, it's got little snowflakes on her night dress. I just thought, at the time, I just thought these were really cute to kind of have. Like I said, I was tempted to get the Christmas ones. Like I said, well, obviously they've got like the bit that comes out of it for you to hang it. Why can I not think of words? Like, yes, you can hang them. So like I said, the hanging decorations. But at the time, I just liked the fact that I had them as figurines more so than Christmas decorations. Now, this one my mum actually got me. So my mum got me this. Yet again, it's a stage where I was going through a bit of a depressing stage. I won't obviously go through my life story, but I did unfortunately go through, about 5 years ago, I had like a good 6 to 8 months of just being depressed. Obviously, like I said, I won't go through it. And my mum just one day, she just got me this, obviously to cheer me up. And it's actually this one here, which is Olaf. So this one is called Silly Snowman. So this is again from the Disney Traditions range. And yeah, so yet again, just look at it, it just reminds me of the time it was and obviously how far I've come since then. So I just like, I like looking at stuff like this, and it just makes me feel happy, just to like appreciate what I've got now. And obviously I know everyone goes through a bit of a tough time, and it's just nice knowing that when you've come out of it, you can look back and thinking, okay, that was a chapter I had to go through to be the person I am today. That got really deep then, apologies. But yeah, so one thing I like about this, similar to the Elsa one, is actually got like little snowflakes on there. So like I said, so I actually got this about 5 years ago, maybe just about over like 5.5 years ago. But I just like the fact also, because a little thing, like the little plinth, I guess, the little plinth piece on is all blue, and if you know me, blue is my favourite colour, so I just thought that was kind of nice to have as well. So I don't think I've done an Olaf video yet, so it might be something I might do near to Christmas time. I might do like an Olaf video, because I do have quite a lot of Olaf stuff. And I honestly can't remember if I've done an Olaf video. If I did, it'll be on my Frozen playlist. So obviously I'll link it in the cards, whichever side the cards are. But if I haven't, then that'll be something I will do for you later on the year for you, obviously nearer to Christmas. Even though, yeah, we're like halfway through the year. It's really scary. I know there's been a lot going on recently, but it's really scary to think we're like halfway through the year almost. So it won't be that long until it's Christmas. So speaking about halfway through the year, I've actually got this Tinkerbell one that actually says May on there, and I'm thinking, why did I not do this video when it was May? Because I'm filming this in June, so we're not that far away from May, but I'm thinking I didn't really plan that well, the fact that I should have probably done these in May. But this is actually broken. Now, people have asked me, do I clean the shrine? I used to, but the reason why I don't now is because I have broken a few things by actually dusting, because obviously you can imagine it gets really dusty up here. Obviously I've got cats as well. But yeah, the fact that I've actually broken a few things, this is not the first thing I've broken. I've actually broken a few things in my shrine, which I was able to fix a few of them, but some of them I haven't. So this is the reason why I don't actually clean the shrine. I know it might sound disgusting with all the dust and everything, but it's just the fact that I've broken more things I would like to, especially because I know some of these have been presents, and I know some of these can be quite expensive. I just don't want to risk breaking them again just for the sake of obviously dust and that. But this is all in an attic, so to be honest, apart from me and Ruben, no one else really comes up here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So Tinkerbell actually had a range of these where it actually had the month of obviously when you were born, but it also had the flower and the stone that represented your birth. So for example, obviously like I was born in May, May's birthstone is emeralds, that's why she's got a green stone, and Lily is May's flower, I guess. So they did this for all of them. So for example, if you were born in September or July or whatever, they would have like the month underneath, then they'd have the stone that represents, and they'd also have the flower, but I think she'd be in different poses. I don't think it was the same pose. Now, one thing I love about the Tinkerbell range, I do have a lot of Tinkerbell ones, same with Beauty and the Beast, I do have a lot of Tinkerbell ones, is I love her wings, the fact that the pattern on there, like, yet again, it's just really unique. Like I said, I can't remember if they got these in different design. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure whatever month you are, she's in a different pose, holding a different flower with a different jewel on there. This one is called Oh yeah, so it does actually say Birthstone Emerald, which I already knew, and it says Flower Lily of the Valley. So I guess these are just called whatever the flower in the birthstone would be. So it's not like called Tinkerbell May or anything, which to be honest, that's what I would type in. So if you wanted one that represents your month, I would type in Tinkerbell and then your month, Disney Traditions or Showcase, and it would come up with those. So this was actually a birthday present, obviously for me. I've had this one, I want to say, because I remember who gave it to me, and I want to say I've had this for not quite 10 years, because where are we now? 2020. I think I got this. Yeah, I want to say almost 10 years. So about 8 years I've had this. So like, I don't know if they've done any new things like this since, because like I said, this one is quite old. But I would say if you're into stuff like that, where it obviously has your birth month on there, I would say eBay or Amazon would be the best place to look. So this last one, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this one before. I can't remember, because I know I've done a Hunchback and Esmeralda video before, but I can't remember if I've ever mentioned this one. But it's this one here, which is Esmeralda in her red dancing dress. Now this one, let me just see, it's just, oh, it says Esmeralda 20th anniversary. So obviously they brought this out for when the Hunchback was obviously 20 years old. Fun fact, I did actually watch Hunchback in the cinema. I actually went with my friend when I was on holiday, because sometimes my dad would actually let me bring a friend on holiday, and one of the things that we did was actually went to cinema. So my dad and my stepmom went off walking, shopping and things, and we were allowed to watch the film, and it was actually the Hunchback. So I do actually remember watching this in the cinema. But I actually got this from Comic-Con 3 years ago, I believe. So Comic-Con, obviously we were supposed to go this year, we can't now, obviously with everything going on, understandably. But I like to get stuff from Comic-Con like that I know it might still exist somewhere else. Like for example, you could probably get this on Amazon, but I like to get stuff like, for example, some of my pops that I've got, knowing that yeah, I can get them anywhere else, but it just reminds me of the time I was there. Now I absolutely love this. One thing I love about it is the fact that this bit here, so her like shawl kind of bit, it's almost like glass, so it's kind of like almost see-through. So that's one thing I like about it. And the fact it's actually got glitter on there, it's kind of, the glitter's fallen off, which has actually gone onto the dress. Now the dress itself, oh my god, it's so like detailed. There's so much on there. Like I absolutely love all the detail that's on there. It's just such a nice like figurine. It's such a nice pose as well. Now I don't actually have a lot of Esmeralda stuff. Like I said, I have done a video, I think I've only done like 2 videos maybe on Hunchback before. I've not done that many, so I am trying to do more. Though I do remember reading somewhere that they might be doing a live action one. Like I don't know if that's like fake news, that kind of thing, because I know some of things like Hercules, apparently they're doing a live action Hercules, and I do remember reading about Hunchback somewhere being on the list. I'm thinking, oh, that would be amazing, because obviously things like that, they're going to do more merchandise. So similar to obviously when Mulan and so Beauty and the Beast and things like that, and Lion King came out, they did more live action as well as animated versions of obviously new stuff that's come out. So yeah, so I'm really excited if they do a live action one, there'll be more merchandise, so I'm really excited if that happens. So yeah, so that was it for my video. Like I said, I do actually have quite a lot of other ones to go through, so this is definitely going to be possibly like a 4-parter, so I will actually do it through the year. I've also done that with my Disney Infinity, so I've got a few of those. Obviously the last one I did was my part 3 of my animals videos. I've also done my pins, which obviously there is another one due soon, so I kind of like to do it throughout the year, so there's not too many of the same things for you guys. So yeah, so if you like this kind of videos, then please give me a big thumbs up, please like, subscribe and click the bell notification so obviously you get notified when all my other videos go up. And yeah, that's it, so I'll see you guys next time. Later days. So fun fact, I was actually going to include this one, but then when I looked on the bottom to see what it was called, it's not a showcase one. So some of these I realized that I'm gonna have to do in other videos for you guys of other figurines, so then I had to quickly like scramble thinking, oh my god, what else am I going to talk about? So that's why I did the Esmeralda one, because obviously that was supposed to be in the next one. But yeah, and I was thinking, oh my god, I don't want people in the comments being like, that's not showcase, you don't know your Disney stuff. So yeah, I'm glad I noticed that at last minute.